Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Week 10 recap and Week 11 power rankings, brought to you by our good friends over at State Farm. I don't even know the slogan anymore. Discount double check. Let's get into it. First matchup of the week, everyone's favorite matchup, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus Kim Jong-un. Now, this was maybe the lowest scoring matchup in the history of our league. Kim Jong-un beats Fresh Prince of Bel-Air by .24. .24. Pat had no one on his team other than his Chicago Bear defense score a touchdown. He had more fumbles than touchdowns. Dylan had 3 touchdowns total, one by his quarterback. He had his wide receivers combined for less than 11 points. You're never going to have an easy night when that occurs. But, look, going into Monday night, everybody thought Dylan was going to win. Chicago Bears can't do it again for Pat McCann. They can't possibly pull out another one of these victories. And they do! It's unbelievable. Dylan, 3-7. Not looking great. Pat, 7-3, first place. One win, locks up the playoffs. Just got to get in the dance. That's the history of this league. Just get in the dance. Chris, you'll learn that soon. You just got to get in the dance. A little fun fact here before I get into Chris's matchup. Chris almost killed a guy on Saturday when we went golfing. He hit a ball. Now, to Chris's credit, he's never really played golf before, and he hit an absolute piss missile off of his drive. The guy was standing to the right. Thank God he was in the car. He would have died if he was outside of the car. He broke the windshield. But my favorite part of the story is Chris goes up to the guy, and he says, "I'm sorry," and the guy just doesn't say anything. He just stares right at him, which, Chris, I'm sorry you had to experience that in your second time ever golfing, third time ever golfing, whatever it was, but nowhere to go but up. And speaking of nowhere to go but up, this matchup, nowhere to go but up. Chris would have beaten would have lost everyone in this league except for Dylan. And he falls to 4-6 as his team somehow only managed to score 63 points. He had 2 players in double digits, and if T. Higgins and Damian Harris didn't show up, it would have been quite simply the worst week we've seen in years. Tui had an 81-point week, but it was enough. Deshaun Watson played in a really windy game in Cleveland. Nick Chubb scored 18 points. If he runs, Tui's going to be looking at that Nick Chubb running out of bounds with 50 seconds left. Nick Chubb at 18 points. Pretty good game otherwise. Tui's just RB2 problems galore. Jamal Hasty, it's not ideal. JaMychal Hasty, excuse me. But Tui wins and advances to 6-4. 1 win away from a playoff clinch, pretty much. Speaking of playoff clinch, this game had huge playoff implications. Chef Boyardee versus President Harris. Now, we all watched last night thinking that Dalvin Cook was probably going to get enough points to come back for Andy and beat Tom. But Adam Thielen had 2 touchdowns, scored 16 points. Kyler Murray with the bomb, which ended up not being the difference. I want to point that out. The bomb to DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best plays of the year. Antonio Gibson scored 18. It was a good matchup, 113-105. Tom goes to 6-4. Andrew goes to 6-4. It's just 2 good teams, a good matchup. Classic fantasy matchup here. We like to see it. We don't see enough of it in this league, in my opinion. I think we see a lot more of the 63 to 62s. But hey, you know what? I'm just the commissioner. I don't have that much of an influence, evidently. If I did, we'd see, I think, sometimes better things. But I can't. That's my opinion. I can't go into it. But it leads me to my next matchup in any event, to Sally Stubbs, everybody's favorite cop, versus Hollywood, everybody's least favorite cop. Matchup of the cops. It's pretty much that. Port Authority comes out on top, 131-76. Kyle thought this game was going to be close. This shit just got run out of the building. Russell Wilson only had 11 points. Kyle will not ever win a game when Russell Wilson scores 11 points. That is a fact. He knows it. You know it. I know it. Your mother knows it. Everybody knows it. He's not winning a game when he scores 11 points. Sal got no points out of Jimmy Graham, but everybody else, and Zach Moss got 1 point, but everybody else scored double digits. Sal put up 131 points with 2 guys not playing, essentially. So, kudos to Salvatore. Alvin Kamara at 27. He's him and Dalvin Cook, man, RB1 and RB2. Josh Allen, 28 points. Mr. Consistent. Sal's got a good team. Sal advances to 6-4. Kyle falls to 3-7. Playoff hopes are on life support. Next, we go to Bortle Service versus Skinny Kyle. Now, Stokes finally has a healthy team. It took 10 weeks, but he's finally got a healthy team. He started Carson Wentz over Ben Roethlisberger to the surprise of, I think, everyone. But It was enough because Skinny Kyle only put up 71 points. Tyler Lockett and DJ Chark, former members of my team, scored a combined 12. Get used to it. They do it a lot. Derrick Henry only had 10. Gus Edwards only had 7. Gus Edwards was a tough play. I guess he had Chris Carson was out. That's true. So, Russell just needs to get healthy. 6-4. He's going to make the playoffs. He's going to be fine. He just has to get healthy. He's got to find a way to get wins. Stokes, staying alive. He's got to win out, but he's staying alive. And the last matchup of the week is myself versus Chiquita Banana. I thought maybe Lamar Jackson would pull it out for me on Sunday Night Football, but I was unfortunately not lucky enough to have that happen. Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and Josh Jacobs all combined to score 60 points in the 4 o'clock window. I think I had Chase Edmonds going and Brandon Ayuk, and they scored 20 combined, so it just wasn't enough for me. Luke beats me, goes to 5-5. I'm 5-5, the only 2 5-5 teams in this league. It's a competitive league, always is, always has been, always will be. First place is 7-3, last place is 3-7. I mean, how much better can it get, right? So, without further ado, my power rankings. Number 12, Dylan. 794 total points through 10 weeks. You can't be averaging 79 points a week in this league. 3-7. It's just not Dill season. Don't know what to say. 10, I have Bortle Service, and the only reason I have Matt... 11. 11, I have Bortle Service, and I think Matt is primed to climb up this list, but still only 812 total points. It has to just get higher from that standpoint. It will, but just has to get a little higher. You're right there, Matt. You're going in the right direction. That was 11. Number 10, we have Hot Dog Shit. Chris, the spiral continues. Started 4-2, now 4-6. Still averaging 92 points a week, but I just don't know if this team can do it without Dak. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Hot Dog Shit. He's coming in at number 10. Number 9, we have Hollywood. Hollywood is 91 points a week. The issue is Hollywood just doesn't win. He just doesn't win. He's got the most points against in the league. I admit that. I want to get out in front and say that Kyle has the most points against in the league. But at some point, you got to start winning games. You just got to start winning games. 3-7, 91 points a week. Not getting it done. Coming in at number 9. Number 8, I have myself. I'm averaging 95 points a week. I had a complete revamp of my team. I think my team's a lot better than it was a week ago. But still, Travis Fulham's my wide receiver too. So that's never going to be a good thing. So I'm sitting at 8. 7, I got Chiquita Banana. Chiquita Banana is only averaging 85 points a week, but Luke got a solid team. I mean, this team is, Tannehill's a little questionable, but he does have Jared Goff, who's also a little questionable. Claypool and Deontay Johnson seem to put up decent weeks. Tyreek Hill, Josh Jacobs, McKissick, Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, Melvin Gordon. I mean, Luke's got a decently deep team in a 12-team league. So, he's 5-5. Average, his team's getting better. He's trending upward. So Luke coming in at number 7. Number 6, I have Ketchup and Mostert. And Chewy has a good team, it just is never healthy. 6 is not a knock. It's not a knock. You're 6-4, John. You're 97 points a week. You do have 879 points against, which is the lowest in the league by far. Not by far. I guess Pat is 885. But, oh, no, I'm sorry. Skinny Kyle has less. I apologize. Skinny Kyle, 844 points a week. But I just think Ketchup and Mostert, it's just not a healthy team right now. So that's why I have you at 6, John. It's primed to go up, though, with health. Got to be healthy. Wear a mask. 5, we have Mr. Russell. 6-4, 94 points a week. This is just your classic, hard hat and lunchbox going to work. Good, hard-working family team. This team shows up every week. What more can you do? Only 844 points against. The Hoboken boys have the easiest schedules. But hey, you play the schedule you're dealt. Russell coming in at number 5. Number 4, I got President Harris. Now listen, President Harris, if this team is fully healthy, it's a whole different story. We've been saying it all season, but the issue is it's not fully healthy right now. President Harris is 6-4. He's averaging 104 points a week. Tom's got a good team. If he can stay healthy, if he can play the right guys each week, he's going to be in it to the end. Everybody, I think, knows that. Tom's a proven winner. And his team is very, very solid. Top 4 in this league are pretty solid. So Gorman is at 4 at 6-4. Number 3 is Sal, in my opinion. Sal's averaging 106 points a week. He had a little bit of a dip down, but he's back to his winning ways, won 2 in a row. It's a solid team, only 870 points against, but, you know, you tip your cap to 106 a week. That's a good team in this league, especially. Kudos to Sal. He's coming in at number 3 on my list. Number 2, I have Chef Boyardee falling from the number 1 spot. Andrew's averaging 106 points a week, averaging 98 points against, which is a pretty solid number. He lost this week to Gorman in a classic matchup. This is, it's just a great week of football between those two, and you love seeing that come down to Monday Night Football. But Andrew's number 2, and number 1, we have the first pick in the draft. We got Pat McCann. Look, people were coming for Pat. Making fun of his Laviska Shenault pick, making fun of his Gardner Minshew pick, rightfully so. But, look, Pat Mahomes, Will Fuller, Terry McLaurin, James Conner, Mike Davis / Christian McCaffrey, Mike Gesicki. That's a pretty good team in a 12-team league, in my opinion. Pat's averaging 98 points a week. I get it. It's not your, it's not your heavy hitters of the 106, 106, 104, but 98's still 98. Pat's won 4 in a row. He overcame the Christian McCaffrey experience. I mean, this is, in my opinion, when you do that, you go 7-3, you're the best team in the league. So, Pat's coming in number 1. So, to recap, 12 Dylan, 11 Stokes, 10 Chris, 9 Kyle, 8 me, 7 Luke, 6 Tui, 5 Russell, 4 Tom, 3 Sal, 2 Andy, and 1 Pat. I wish everyone the best of luck. I'm going to start doing previews of the games coming up because we are now getting into the nitty-gritty. We're in, late November. These are when the games get good. We got 3 weeks until the playoffs, this week and 2 more. I wish everyone the best of luck. It looks like 6 wins might keep somebody out of the playoffs. But that's why we play the games. I wish everybody the best of luck this week, and I look forward to my recap dropping on Thursday. Good luck, everyone.